Hello everyone. So we'll be continuing with our data sufficiency questions. Today we'll be dealing with 2023 questions from data sufficiency. Okay, this is, as I told you, not a specific chapter but a type of question that people find tricky. Okay, so let's get started. 2023 was considered to be the most difficult paper. You will see some of the data sufficiency questions also are a bit tricky. Okay, they are from different chapters. Some of them are a bit tricky. Okay, let's see. So this is the first question. It says that there are 5 members in the family A, B, C, D, E. Now, first thing, what is the question? So what is the relation of E to B? So this I need to find. How is E related to B? This relation I need to find. First we do this only. We write the question statement, what we need to find. Then next thing is statement 1. A and B are a married couple. Now, as I told you, just like in sitting arrangement, similarly in blood relations also, you will find that any one statement giving you the complete relation, it's very unlikely. So usually it's a combination. Okay. So we keep on taking all these statements together. Now, let's see this. A and B are a married couple. So this will look like A and B are a married couple. Now, does this answer this? Of course not. So not enough. Then D is father of C. So this second one looks like this. So D is father of C. I don't know the gender of C. Then third is E is D's son. So if this is D, E is D's son. Does this answer this? No. Then last is A and C are sisters. So last is A and C are sisters, means their gender is also revealed. Now, of course, you cannot answer with all these combinations. Let's first try in these questions that is related to blood relations. What we do, we use all the sentences, all the statements, and then draw the diagram. Then most probably we will be able to get to the relation. If not, then answer becomes D. All 4 are not enough. Otherwise, while drawing only, we will get to know that one of the statement is superfluous, that is that it was not even required. So then we eliminate it. Otherwise, it gets very tricky to just form different combinations. Don't make it that messy. So let's include all of them and draw a diagram. So what it says, A is married to B. Very nice. A is married to B. Now A is a female, correct? A is a female. Her sister is C. Okay. Then you also know that B's gender becomes male because this is a female. Then D is father of C. Okay. Then D is father of E also. Now C. So D is father of C. So I draw D like this. Also D is also father of E. That means C and E have to be siblings. So C and E have to be siblings. Correct? So A, B, C, D, E, all 5 done. So you are able to draw the diagram. Now, if I leave any of it, let's say I leave the last one, D and E, then you don't have E. If I don't connect A and C, then how will they be connected to B? Because A and B are only connected. How you will connect B to E? So you need all these relations. What is the relation? You can find out, does not matter. The relation is actually, if you see, this is E's sister's husband. So this is, so E is actually, E and B are related as a brother-in-law. Okay, but that is not at all important. Only thing that's needed is for you to understand that can you find the answer. So using all 4 statements you can. So answer becomes all 4 statements together are enough to answer the question. Then next, now see this one. So it says what? Statement 1 says P into Q is greater than 0. Very nice. Now, ultimately the question is P greater than Q? Is P greater than Q? The question becomes P greater than Q? Question mark. Is P greater than Q? Now, first statement says P into Q is greater than 0. Does this tell you anything? No, of course not. 2 into 4 is greater than 0, 4 into 2 is also greater than 0. So you don't know about relation between P and Q. Of course, this is not enough. Then second statement is P square is greater than Q square. Now you need to understand that whenever inequality or equal sign is given between squares, you always need to remember that their values can be plus and minus. Always remember. Okay, so now if you take two values, for example, it is not written P and Q are positive, nothing like this. So for this I can write, for example, let's take pairs 2 3 and -2 -3. These are the, let's say, pairs for PQ. Let's take opposite. See, now these are the pairs for PQ. Now can you see both of them are satisfying P square is greater than Q square, correct? Here 3 square is greater than 2 square. Here also -3 square is greater than -2 square, correct? This is 9 and this is greater than 4. This is 9, this is greater than 4. So both of them are satisfying this equation, but important thing is that here, if you see here, P is equals to 3 and Q is equals to 2. So clearly here P is greater than Q. This is correct. But here if you see, this is P and this is Q. Then between -2 and -3, which one is bigger? -2 is bigger, clear? So here P is actually less than Q. So you're getting both of these. That is, if it asks you is P greater than Q, according to this you will give answer yes, and according to this you will give answer no. So when you give two answers, yes and no, that means statement is insufficient. So this statement is also insufficient. Now does this statement help you in any way? P into Q greater than 0. So 1 and 2 alone is not enough. But does first statement help you in any way? No. Here also, if you see, if I put both of these value, ideally if one was of any help, then one should act as a litmus test, that if I put this one, I should get P is greater, get this as correct. If I put this one, I should not get it correct. That is, it should give me different results. But if you look here, if I put this, you will get 3 into 2, that is 6 greater than 0. Fine. -3 into -2 is also equal to +6, minus minus plus. This is also greater than 0. So it is not giving you any confusion. So 1 and 2 together also all not enough. So answer becomes, the question cannot be answered even by using both the statements together. Got it? Then next, now see this. It says what? Is P plus Q minus R greater than P minus Q plus R? Okay. Where P, Q, R are integers. Okay. Then some statements are given to you. Now, first thing, this inequality you have to solve. For example, so it says first write the question. Always a good habit. P plus Q minus R, is it greater than P minus Q plus R? This is the question. Is this greater than this? Then we are using statements. So first let's try to simplify this only. That is what it is trying to ask me. ये इतना difficult सा क्यों है? Okay. So if I write it, see it carefully. Then now see, if this is an inequality, that is this part is greater than this part. Now let's say I add 2 on both sides. This is somebody's weight. Let's say this is my weight. This is greater than your weight. Now, if I add 2 on both sides, 2 kgs on both sides, then what it becomes? It becomes my weight plus 2 kg. It becomes, let's say, my weight plus 2, and this becomes your weight plus 2. Still, which will be bigger? My weight will still be bigger because I added the same thing. Similarly, if I subtract it, so So my weight minus 2 kg will be still greater than your weight minus 2 kg. This you understand? So basically in inequality, if I add something or subtract something equally on both sides, the inequality won't change. Add and subtract whatever, inequality won't change. Understood? Now once you get this, now see. So if there is something that is same on both the sides of inequality, we can directly cancel it out because it is not impacting the inequality. Or you can say I subtract p from both sides. I subtract p from both sides. Look it like that. अगर ऐसे नहीं काटने का मन अच्छा नहीं लगता. Okay. So this is p plus q minus r. I am introducing minus p here and p minus q plus r and minus p here also. Inequality won't change. Now p and p cancel. P and p cancel. Ultimately, what you get? Q minus r is greater than minus q plus r. That is. Now I send q here. So this becomes what? This becomes 2q and I send r there. So this becomes 2r. Or 2 and 2 again I can cancel out. Correct? This is just working like an equal sign. Consider it equal and solve. Okay. But remember that this is greater than sign. So if it was 2q is equals to 2r, what you will do? You will cancel 2. Same thing you do here also. So q is greater than r. This is the question. The question is actually, is q greater than r? Understood? So that is how you have to simplify and get to this. That is, it is asking you, is q greater than r? Now we will use the statements. So let's use the first statement. P minus q is positive. P minus q is positive. That means what? P minus q is greater than 0. That is, P is greater than q. Does this answer this question? No. Alone, not enough. Because this is giving a relation between P and Q, not Q and R. Then P minus R is negative. So this gives P minus R is less than 0, implies P is less than R. Is this enough? No. This is giving a relation between P and R, not Q and R. But if I combine both of them, then this gives P is greater than Q and this gives P is less than R. So I get this. P is greater than Q and P is less than R. Ultimately what I got R is greater than Q. Now this does not matter कि answer yes आता है या no आता है. Yes or no does not matter. As I told you, this is a yes no question. Can you tell it definitely? Yes. You can say, is Q greater than R? Answer is a definite no. That means this is sufficient. Answer the question. So both statements, the question can be answered by using both the statements together, but cannot be answered using either one of the statements alone. This becomes your answer. Understand?